Hello! I've come up with something that might be impossible for Chat GPT to do. My plan is that I'm going to ask it to write a text but also make it look like art. We're gonna try probably several times. Let's go for write a text about cognitive bias but make the text look like a house. Let's just start off with that and see what it does, and if this doesn't work then we need to be more specific about what we actually want. Okay, so it's not making it look like a house at all. How do we explain this? Is it called formatting art? This is not exactly what oh, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Not exactly this, obviously, because I think ChatGPT can't actually do different colors or shades or things like that, and this has a lot of different shades in it. You should still be able to do something like this, but with only black and white and also only the same size of the entire text. But this is sort of what I'm going for. So what do you call this? Let's see. Oh, okay. We've got something going on here. Cognition bias. It's not what I was going for, but it is some kind of art. I feel like we need a name for what this is called. House. I'm using house as an example because it's kind of an easy shape but still complicated enough. Come on, give me something. Oh, okay. Here we are going somewhere. Custom shaped text, but it has to have different name. Let's try it anyway. Oh no. Yeah, maybe it understood what I meant anyway. Wait, that's the thing I spelled wrong. Oh, where's the heart though? And each letter is made out of many version of its own letter, but I don't know what the colors mean. Guess they don't mean anything, do they? And I still don't know where the heart is. Heart-shaped text. We just need a name for what this would be called. Okay, let me try it in a different way. Write a text where the paragraphs are shaped in a way that makes the entire text look like a house when you step back. Alright, hopefully this is going to give us a good result. Oh wait, use a different approach from the other prompts. But I'm afraid I'm unable to format the text in a way that visually represents a house shape. Let me know how I can be of assistance. But the thing is, I know it's saying it can't do this, but I feel like it can do it if I just prompt it right, so I'm not gonna give up just because it's saying it can't do it. I really do think it can. Let's try with ASCII. Is that what it's called? ASCII? What? No. ASCII. I should add, it's not just the keyboard being not what I'm used to, it's also that I am not that good of a typer yet. I think I'm going to make a video or maybe a series of videos where I practice becoming a good typer and getting really fast and all of that, because I really would love to be a really, really good writer. A keyboard writer, a typer, I guess you could call it, but I'm not there yet. but yeah, that's something that could happen at some point in the future. Also, for most purposes that I'm doing, as you can tell, typing is not even necessary because I can just use this thing and it's working really well and it's understanding me perfectly when I talk. I think I could actually talk even faster and it would still understand me. It's just a habit to try to talk slowly to make it understand what I'm saying. But I would bet speaking is actually faster than typing. I wonder if that's the case actually, if like the world's fastest typer, can they type faster than people talk? I would assume yes, but the world's fastest talker would be faster than the world's fastest typer, definitely, right? Let's see how fast. Oh, and they have to type difficult stuff too. Whatever, let's not watch the video, let's just see how many words per second is it? 174 words per minute. 300 would most likely require our actual finger structure to be different. Oh, that's cool. Wait, so this makes me think, how fast is actually Chat GPT generating? Because it's really fast. I think it's faster than the world's fastest human typer. Right. It has to be. But what was the thing? Oh, the world's fastest talker. So this is say 174 per minute and 637 words per minute. Okay, so talking is definitely faster. That's definitely faster. And yeah, I don't think it even matters if you talk this fast. I think you talk way slower. Okay, let's actually just look that up too. 100 to 150 words per minute. So it's a normal talking speed is almost just as fast as the fastest human typer ever. So that's pretty cool. So that means that what I said, my intuition was correct, that when I do this thing where I don't type and I just say what I wanted to type, it's going to be way faster than if I were to type it. Oh, a different shape. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Oh, this is the kind of thing that I'm looking for. I used to do these kinds of things a lot as a child. ASCII. Oh, I've been saying that wrong the whole time. It's ASCII. Okay. A real text about cognitive bias. And by the way, I'm not just teasing about the cognitive bias. We are actually going to talk about it as well, but I'm just doing this challenge to ChatGPT first, and then we're actually going to discuss some of the topic, even though obviously not all of it, because it's a huge topic. It is doing well. It's not using the real text that I was talking about, but it is doing something. Here's an ASCII art representation of a brain, accompanied by a text about cognitive bias. Oh, okay. A brain. The text is supposed to be the art. I just feel like we're so close to unlocking this thing. I feel like I just need to come up with the perfect word or the perfect prompt that makes ChatGPT understand what I'm talking about. I'm not sure it looks like a brain yet. Or does it? Maybe I need to back up a little bit. It looks creepy. How is this a brain? Cognitive biases are... Oh, that's some long text. What's up with the color? One of the books that I really used to like a while ago is House of Leaves, and in that book, every time the word house is in the book, it's blue, just like this, and this is reminding me of that. And I think there were also some other colors or words or something, but it was a really strange book. So if you're into like strange, mysterious stuff, but also very intellectual then you could try reading that book. Every and. Some of these 2-letter words, but here's a 2-letter word that doesn't have blue. I have no idea what's going on. But never mind that. We are actually on a mission right here to get this to happen. But what? Can we zoom in a lot and see what this is? This is just different colored dots. And it's not looking like a brain anyway, and I didn't even want something that looked like a brain. Maybe I'll give up for now, because I think Chat GPT is struggling with making text into shapes. Let's try one more time. This one's cool. Maybe we can't make this happen. I don't want to give up. Make a random text in 5 different boxes. Let's just try this, because if this is not even working, then I don't know how this is going to happen. If we can't even make a box shape out of text, then we're probably going to have to give up for today. And by the way, the challenge was to find something that was not against the rules, but it was still something that was too hard for the Chat GPT to do. By the way, a bit unfair to ask it to do something that is not even designed to do. It's doing really well, actually. Look at this. Yeah, it's doing the Latin text for programmers thing. There is some problem with the code where it accidentally got a little bit sideways to the right. And again, it's doing the color. Oh, I'm thinking, is the color for programming? Because, you know, when there is programming, like the real actual programming text, it is usually colored just so that you can easily know what something is just by looking at it, because it can be a bit dry to read it, and it helps you, orient yourself quickly to whatever thing is that you're programming, basically. But this is not the actual programming, this is the result of the programming, and that's supposed to look different. But I think maybe it has to do a little bit with that, because it looks similar. And if not, then maybe it's just trying to make it look cool without even me asking. Make a random text in 5 different boxes. So the boxes are right here and the text is outside of the box. I still like that there are boxes with text in it. That is something. I'm thinking, let's give it one last try. Write a random text in a text box that is shaped like a heart. And also make a smiley face in the middle of the heart. Okay, apologies, but I'm unable to create a custom shaped text box in the form of a heart. Okay, so yeah. However, I can generate a random text with a heart symbol and a smiley face in the middle. Here is the text. Oh, okay. It is fun that it can do this kind of programming. Like, you don't get to see the programming, but you can see the result of the programming, and you can copy the code. And I assume, let's copy it and paste it right here and see what it would look like if it was. Oh, okay, I thought this was gonna be the code of how to program this, but it's not. Let's see if it's the same with this or not. That's a bit of a disappointment, because I assumed this was the code of how to program this, but now that I think about it, maybe that's strange, because there are so many different programming languages, and also there are basically in programming you have to know from the beginning what you are programming for. So for example, is it gonna be an app for a phone? Is it gonna be a web page? Is it gonna be whatever it is gonna be. You need to know that ahead of time, so you can't just write code. I guess you can. I'm not expert at all, but I thought this was actually going to be programming code. Whatever. So let's give up on this idea for now. By the way, maybe in the future they're probably going to update this one even more so it can do this stuff, but it's not an art machine, it is a text generating machine. So this is it's a bit unfair and it's a bit meta, I guess. But yeah, I feel like we really are exploring the edges of what it can do, like I wanted to. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing, which is going to be let's just be lazy and copy all of this. Make a story that includes all of these concepts, but do not make it too obvious. Always make sure to use the concepts behind the words and not the actual words. Make very specific examples and describe everything in detail. Alright, let's paste this along with this and see what we get. Wait, did I even say write a story? Oh, I did. Alright. Using the word character in a story is not normal. It's not normal. It was exactly what I was trying to avoid, but it's just not working. I think you have to just be way more specific about what you want than this. It's too broad for the language model to understand. But let's anyway. He's writing Sanderson everywhere too. Okay, he's gonna be the main character, I guess. In a cozy corner of his cluttered study, Sanderson sat hunched over his computer, immersed in the words of storytelling. He had a file meticulously organized with captivating ideas for characters, plot, and setting. This is not going to work at all, but I love how all of these things turn so meta without me intending to in the prompt. It was his treasure trove of inspiration, a compendium of concepts waiting to be woven into captivating narratives. As an aspiring author, Sanderson understood the importance of execution over mere ideas. He knew that the true magic lay in bringing those ideas to life through compelling storytelling. So, whenever he found a seed of a novel that showed promise, he delved into file seeking complementary ideas that would enhance his work. Characters were the heart and soul of any story, and Sanderson knew that they had to be crafted with care. This is the case. This is true. Each character had their own desires and struggles, their unique arcs waiting to unfold. He didn't reveal the exact nature of their journeys, but planted hints of unfulfilled yearning and internal conflict that played the reader's curiosity. This is not going to work at all. No, we need to do something else. Like, this is not working. So I copied and pasted the notes, and that obviously gave us some bad results. What can we do instead? I have had this idea for a while that if you want to make a really engaging story, making it really detailed is a good idea. So, like I was explaining in a previous video, the less abstract you make something, the better it is. in the story, the more involved you get in the story and the more you can picture it in your head. So I have been playing with the idea to write a story that is overly specific, like everything is described in too much detail, which actually is something that I think happens in Infinite Jest. Infinite Jest is a book that used to be like a meme. Despite the meme about it being too complicated and too long to read, I still started reading it, and I have to say I really did love it, but it can get too much sometimes. I didn't finish it, obviously, but I did like the parts that I read. I thought it was relatable, a lot of it, and I really love the long conversations, because I feel like that's missing in almost all books I've ever read. They don't have like an entire chapter that is just a really long conversation between two people, but Infinite Jest does have things like that, and I feel like that represents how real life is sometimes like. You can talk for like 2 hours, 3 hours, but in books characters never do that, so I think it's realistic to be able to talk for a really long time inside of a book. And the conversations are really interesting. Like, for example, I liked how they there was one conversation where they were saying that tennis, the sport tennis, is actually only maths. When it comes down to it, when I like have to be pushed to see the world in the most accurate way, it always comes down to mathematics. That word is so hard to say. It comes down to math, and I think that everything else is built on top of math. So chemistry is made of math, and biology is made of chemistry, and humans are made of biology, and society is also made of biology. That's how I see it, and obviously there are people that don't agree. I think probably most people don't agree. We're all made of math, and so it was really fun to see a book that actually included how tennis is all about math, basically. So there's a lot of fun stuff in that book. You could check it out. Like I said, if you like weird books, you already have 2 suggestions today about what to read. Both of those books are journeys. Let me tell you that they are journeys. I read nothing like them. Alright, I promised to talk about cognitive biases, and I did not. I am going to make something about cognitive biases. One cognitive bias is sunken cost fallacy, and basically it means that if you spend a lot of work or a lot of time on a specific thing, then you like it way more than you're supposed to do. So I don't want to spend too much time and work into this YouTube channel without knowing it's actually going to work. So you know what I mean. I don't want to waste time if it turns out that I don't want to keep doing this. Wasting time doesn't have to be bad, because time does not exist.